What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today, hey, we are back with some Border-Gavaskar test match day 2 review and a little bit of day 1. Of course, I didn't have a day 1 review up yesterday, so we're going to go through both of the days. We're going to briefly touch on day 1, but we're going to focus on what happened here in day 2. Australia, we're a chance. We're an actual chance. Did I think we were going to get to day 3 at Delhi and say that Australia had a chance to win this match? Hell no. I did not think we were going to... Look, I'm going to be real with you. I would have thought after day 1, the match was probably done. But hey, day 3 coming up, baby. And we are still in this match. And you have a look at Google, India, 49%, 1% for a draw, and Australia, 50%. So, look, that doesn't mean anything, but to me, I'm taking that as a damn win here today. Hey, if you are new around here, subscribe, leave a like, and comment down below your current thoughts on this match. Controversy, great catches, some good bowling, some really underrated batting that we have to talk about from one man on that India side. So, man, BGT delivers every single effing day of cricket. It's just ridiculous how this series and these two countries can always find a way to, even if there's nothing happening in the day, there's always some little bit of controversy or just something that has to happen to keep everyone talking after hours. So let's jump into Australia's first innings here. We're just going to touch on it briefly. You know, we're not going to run through it like usual because this was day 1. So we opened up, we won the toss, we went straight into bat. I thought that was the right decision, by the way. Obviously, looking at the deck, it was a bit hard to even tell where the damn pitch was amongst the other pitches because it literally just looked like a flat piece of, you know, like grass, dried up grass. But hey, the pitch has actually turned out really, really nice. And it's giving us quality cricket for the pacers, the batsmen, the spinners, obviously, who have a little advantage, but it's not like it's, you know, a spin fest and teams are getting bowled out for 15. So, well, speaking of getting bowled out for 15, David Warner, he actually looked okay, but he copped about 32 short balls and got a concussion test. And it's obviously, unless you've been living under a rock, David Warner has been ruled out of this test match with concussion and a hairline fracture in his elbow, which I don't even know how the hell that happened. I mean, how do you get a fracture from sitting down in the dressing rooms looking at the team? I think that's how it happened, but no, look, it did happen. He did get struck on the elbow pretty hard, so I'm not going to be an ass. But look, David, prayers up, my mate. I hope you are recovering well. And look, hey, I was someone who backed David Warner in for this test. You got to question his position from now on in the series, though. And then after it, we then tour England for the Ashes. So, questionable decisions for that man. Usman Khawaja with an 81, played magnificently in that first innings. Labuschagne 18. Smudge went for 2. India got 2 really quick wickets there, and it completely put us on the back foot. Travis Head 12, so his return wasn't maximum. Peter Handscomb, though, I mean, we know, well, as an Aussie and a Victorian, you know, I do watch him play a bit of Sheffield cricket, and everyone in this country knows that he's an amazing player of spin. Continues to prove it in India. That's the best place to ever prove that you can play spin. 72 off 142. Was so impressed. Honestly, was more impressive than Uzi's 81, because just the way I thought Handscomb was just composed, he never moved away from his game style. It's I'm gonna play the tightest, compact innings I ever can. I'm not gonna move to the ball. If the ball's coming at me, I'm just gonna block it. Like Peter, that's the way to play test cricket in India. I was so impressed. Alex Carey, not impressed. Pat Cummins, though, impressed this time. The skipper, 33 valuable runs. Those matter. Considering we went into the second innings with a 1 lead run, very important. Todd Murphy getting his average nice and good there for a bowler. Another duck. Nathan Lyon 10 and Matty Kuhneman on debut 6 runs. So, Indian bowlers who did the damage, though, that man Mohammad Shami, 4 for Sham God. He's bowling terrific this series so far, isn't he? I mean, didn't, go massive for wickets in the first match, but this gets his rewards here. He just bowls consistent line and length. And honestly, when he's paired with Mohammad Siraj, who is a completely different bowler, I feel like, he'll bowl a short ball, he'll throw in a slower ball, he'll throw in, just a couple of cutters, but him and Shami are completely different bowlers, but when they both are hitting the same line and length, it's really difficult to play. Ashwin, he's pretty good, isn't this guy, Ravi Ashwin? 3 for 57 off 21. And just speaking of being very good, this man as well. Ravindra Jadeja, 3 for 68 off 21. I don't know why Google keeps removing their photos and then putting them back, but anyway, he was magnificent. Axar Patel, he's not really reaping the rewards for his bowling just yet. He bowls a consistent line. He doesn't make you have to... Actually, I was going to say he doesn't make you think as much as Jadeja, but I feel like that's wrong. That's definitely wrong. I'm going to edit that out, actually. That was a dumb statement from me. All right, Axar. None for 34 off 12. I think I said that. Anyways, let's jump into India's first innings here. So Australia all bowled out for 263. India, I didn't think that was enough. I definitely didn't think that was enough. I was thinking 260, 270. And then when we got that score, I then started to feel a little bit trembling inside. I'm thinking, oh, fuck. We're going to need... I mean, India are going to come out here and polish off about 650 here, and the match is going to be done. But... in a surprise, in a twist, India all bowled out for 262. They fall one short of Australia's first innings, and let's run through it. Eventful, a very eventful innings, this one. All right, Hitman, he was looking really good, actually. 32 off 69, trying to follow off from his century in the first game. Got an absolute beauty from Nathan Lyon. Started off on a house on fire. He then gets KL Rahul LBW. Actually, that was the first dismissal of the match for India. But Gaz, impressive, because I'm not gonna lie, I was doubting Nathan Lyon after that first match. I was thinking, man, he just doesn't have any variation or different deliveries that's gonna get the batsman thinking all that match, but he proved me completely wrong. He made the batsman have to play almost every single ball, which I think he didn't do enough in the first test. He was aiming for the rough and hoping all of the rough would do the work and spin back in. This time, he's just bowling his natural way, and it's working. To absolute succession. Pujara goes for a big golden duck on his 100th test match. Huge wicket, massive wicket. So, look, Nathan Lyon takes the first 3 wickets. Shreyas Iyer, then he goes. So, look, India's arguably best player of spin, Shreyas Iyer, returning for the test. An amazing player, but makes 4 off 15. And then we want to track all the way back up to Virat Kohli. Yeah, let's talk about it, everyone. Let's sit here and discuss the big talking point of the evening. Now, I'm only laughing because it comes with some controversy, doesn't it? Now, look, Virat, he's given his wicket to another debutant. I mean, that's what, the 20th time I believe someone said. Unreal. 20 times giving your wicket to a debutant is genuinely insane. But anyways, that's quite nice of him, I feel. Obviously, Anushka has told him to do that, to be a nice guy. So, it's kind of heartwarming, but he goes for 44. Umpire gave it out. Virat reviewed it straight away. He said there was bat. I'm going to be honest. Looked like there was bat. But what did it hit first? Now, look, I have watched the replay 4,244 times. It's replayed in my dreams all night. So, look, it's pretty fresh on the memory. I still find it quite hard to tell. Now, maybe that's a little Australian bias sitting at the back of my mind, but seriously, looking at the dismissal, it is so difficult to kind of tell what happened first. But, in saying that, Virat should have stayed out there. The rule clearly states that if you hit the ball and the ball hits your pad at the same time, the benefit of the doubt goes to the batsman if there's not enough evidence. So Virat should have remained out there, but the soft signal was out, so they gave it out. really interesting stuff there, because there definitely wasn't enough conclusive evidence to say yes, it was out, but I guess the soft signal did that. So let me know what you guys are thinking about that in the comments. I know some of you were not happy. Is that fair to say? Some of you were not happy. I think that's a nice way of putting it. Jadeja! Wow, I tell you what, I was so happy to get this wicket. I'm sorry, but look, I love Jadu, but this was going to be the wicket of the game, I thought, right here. We get him. Toddy Murph gets him for 26. It was a ripping delivery. He reviewed it. Still out. Shrika Bharat. What's going on, Shrik? Didn't look, his first 2 innings, he has not looked confident at all. He looks like he is so desperate to like quickly make some runs and get off the mark. Like, he looks like he's coming out there with a lot of intent to make runs quickly, which I don't know if that's maybe the way he just naturally plays in Test cricket. I don't really know his, red ball form and the way he goes about it, but his first 2 dismissals have been kind of weak. So he needs to, if he wants to stay in this team when Rishabh is back in a year or so, he needs to find a way to make some runs, that's for sure. Axar Patel, though, let's get to him. The man who just steals this match away, or not steals the match, but just puts it back to a level playing field for Team India. He's like, the fact that he has had little impact with the ball so far, and a lot of people would say, oh, Axar, he hasn't done a lot with the ball. He's having an average series. Well, he's killing us with the bat. He's arguably, other than Rohit Sharma, he has probably been India's best batsman this series so far. Jadeja was obviously really good in the first match as well, but Axar has been consistent in every innings, and 74 off 115, huge runs. He is India's hero from this day of cricket. Like, and obviously we will get to Ashwin, 37 important runs as well, but Axar Patel, take a bow, my friend. He hit some banging sixes as well. He just sent a couple of bombs in the crowd and just said, go fetch, fellas. And, he really did try and get on the counter-attack after losing wickets. So, fair play to him. He wanted to put runs on the board. Look, did go out for 74, but it was a good catch from Pat Cummins as well to remove him. It was hit very hard. And Pat Cummins able to hold on to that one. Axar gone. Ashwin with a handy 37. I mean, he's a terrific batsman anyway. We know that. Big wicket there. And then the tail enders of Shami. And a very inspirational innings from Mohammad Suraj. Not out for 1. So, very helpful at there. All right. Let's jump into the bowlers. Paddy Cummins. Look. There's, Patrick. You know what? Look, bowled well. I thought he definitely bowled a lot better than he did in the first match. There's no doubting that. 1 for 41 off 13. A good catch, a good wicket in there. Look, I thought at some point, I did tweet about it. If you're not following me on Twitter, go do so. You get all my current thoughts straight away about the match. But I did tweet about Pat Cummins, and I'm saying, can he stop burning these fucking reviews, please? We need these reviews for later on. And instead, we just burnt them on some silly delivery. There was one from Todd Murphy that was like, what are you thinking? I genuinely thought this was a piss take. And then there was another one from Matt Kuhneman at the start of the day that, again, was missing leg. It just was the most dumbest review I'd ever damn seen. So, look, we burnt 2 reviews. Lucky it did not bite us in the ass, because if it did, everyone would have been coming for Mr. Cum Man. So it's good that he got away with a few there, but hey, it's what happens. You can't always be right. Matty Kuhneman on debut, very, very happy. Oh shit, I almost knocked my phone on the ground. 2 for 72 off 21 was fantastic. His first wicket is Virat Kohli, which, again, look, Virat does that for the lads. He's one of the boys. He does that. He loves cricket. He loves seeing a debutant get a wicket. It's very kind of him. We appreciate it. Nathan Lyon. Pfeiffer for Gaz, 5 for 67 off 29. Toddy Murph, Harry Potter Jr., casting a few spells out there. Not as many as the first, but still quite good. 2 for 53 off 8. And Mr. Travis Head, I mean, he bowled better than Renshaw, at least in the first match. None for 10 off 2. So, hey, Wow. Big day. And then Australia, we came into bat for about, 12, 13 overs? 12 overs. So we came into bat for 12 overs. Scary. I was quite scared. I thought if we lose 2 wickets here, we're done. But thankfully, only the one pole fell. Usman, you played so magnificent in the first innings to throw it away with that sort of shot in the second innings. Just a little lap scoop to the man at leg slip. I'm thinking, oh, Usman, what have you done? What have you done? You've literally just thrown away your wicket. I understand it was close to dinner time. The boys had just started getting into their dinner back in the change rooms, and you got that smell before you went out and you said, fuck, I want some of that. I want a piece of that. And he did. He left after 13 deliveries. He said, lads, take that one. Catch that. Easy one for you. Bit of catching practice. I'm out of here. So, look, I guess respect, but would have liked to have seen a few more. Travis Head, though. Travis. I mean, look, I love Travis. You guys know that. I think I've said this for years that Travis Head is a 3-format Australian cricketer and should be opening in every format except Test cricket. But now, because Warner's out, he's moved into the opening position. Renshaw has... So Matt Renshaw, it says that he's down here, but he'll probably bat in between Hanscom and Carey, so around 5 or 6. So, yeah, interesting change. I wouldn't have done the Head swap till open, but he's someone who gets on the front foot, puts run on the boards. He tries to literally hit everything because he can. He can hit everything. He's not a great player of spin. So, look, once that spin starts to come more into play, you expect today, it's going to get trickier, but so far, so good for Travis Head. And Marnus Labuschagne, 16 off 19, 3 fours. Looking for plenty out of Marnus today. He's had a bleak series so far, so I know that man Marnus, he needs runs, otherwise he cannot go to sleep at night. So I know he's going to be looking for some runs. And day 3, it's either win or go home for either country. Today, we find out who wins this test match. If Australia is bowled out for under 200, India will win. Or at least 250, I think India will win. If we can make more than 300, it's going to be super tricky for India. I mean, look, 300's too much. It's not going to get to 300. Look, if we can get to 250, that should be enough. But I'm never going to doubt India and their long batting tail. So this, day 3, man, this is where shit's going to happen today. If you haven't watched any of the first 2 days, don't worry. Try and find a way to watch day 3 because this is going to be big. Hey, I hope we all enjoyed. Of course, Jadeja did take the only wicket as well. I forgot to mention that. But hey, that is going to cap it off. India, Australia, in Delhi. Day 3 coming up. It's all to play for. It's all to win. Will India go 2-0 up? Or will Australia level at 1-1? We're here to find out. Hey, I hope we all enjoyed, and I'll see everyone in the next one.